Well, yeah. Feel the rhythm as the night gets tight. Ride the vibe under flashing lights. The beat is calling, so jump on board. The groove train's rolling, can't be ignored. All aboard the groove train tonight. Destination's groove, it feels so right. Track to the rhythm, let your heart ignite. We're chasing dreams under neon light. Ooh, this train's got soul, rolling smooth and strong. Hear the whistle blow with a funky song. No ticket needed, the fare is free. Just bring your vibe and your energy. All aboard the groove train tonight. Destination's groove, it feels so right. Track to the rhythm, let your heart ignite. We're chasing dreams under neon light. Ooh, this train's got soul, rolling smooth and strong. Hear the whistle blow with a funky song. No ticket needed, the fare is free. Just bring your vibe and your energy. Engine humming like a bassline flow, wheels spinning fast wherever we go. Fueled by the funk, don't you let it fade. Live in this groove, in the life we made. Tunnel ahead, but we've lost the fear. Together we vibe, the path is clear. Every stop we make leaves sparks behind. We stake our claim on this groove this time. This time.
Tickets, please. All aboard the Groove Train.
Well, yeah. Feel the rhythm as the night gets tight. Ride the vibe under flashing lights. The beat is calling, so jump on board. The groove train's rolling, can't be ignored. All aboard the groove train tonight. Destination's groove, it feels so right. Track to the rhythm, let your heart ignite. We're chasing dreams under neon light. Ooh, this train's got soul, rolling smooth and strong. Hear the whistle blow with a funky song. No ticket needed, the fare is free. Just bring your vibe and your energy. All aboard the groove train tonight. Destination's groove, it feels so right. Track to the rhythm, let your heart ignite. We're chasing dreams under neon light. Ooh, this train's got soul, rolling smooth and strong. Hear the whistle blow with a funky song. No ticket needed, the fare is free. Just bring your vibe and your energy. Engine humming like a bassline flow, wheels spinning fast wherever we go. Fueled by the funk, don't you let it fade. Live in this groove, in the life we made. Tunnel ahead, but we've lost the fear. Together we vibe, the path is clear. Every stop we make leaves sparks behind. We stake our claim on this groove this time.
standing on the platform. Destination unknown. Only one way to get there. All aboard the Groove Train.
This time.
All aboard the Groove Train, and we are officially live right now on the Groove Train, everybody. Welcome to another wonderful week of Groove Train-ish stuff that we do here. Tonight we're going to be talking about companion planting. That's right. It's a little known thing that a lot of people don't know about. And we're going to try and open your eyes up a little bit about that tonight. And also, introduce you to one of our special guest hosts as well. So we've had him on before, but we're going to bring him on again tonight. So without any further ado, let me go ahead and bring up our wonderful joint hosts that we have here on the Groove Train. First of all, we're going to do ladies first, and we're going to bring up Smashley.
Hey. Choo choo, everybody.
Choo choo, wonderful to see you as well. I hope your week's been well.
Oh yeah. It's been great. Yeah. It's been busy, but it's
that's good. That's good. And also a couple busy people that we know that's always into something is Mama and Master Rochi.
Hello.
Wonderful to have you on the show this week. And Namaste to you. Hope your week's been well, and hope that since we saw you last, things have been picking up well for everybody. And last but not least, we have our wonderful special guest host tonight. We've got the man behind the golden voice behind the Groove Train, where you hop aboard. I can't even try to do it myself, to tell you the truth. So, without any further ado, we've got David Bradway in the house tonight. What's up,
What's
brother?
up?
Chugga, choo choo, y'all. What's everybody up to?
We're getting together, having a little bit of a groove Friday night here on the Groove Train.
Getting ready for garden season.
Yeah, we're honored to have you here, preparing for garden season. That's right.
It's always a pleasure to be here. I like each and every one of you very, very much.
Oh, back
at you.
Right back at you.
That's right.
Are you silent tonight?
No, not at all. Not at all.
He's very peaceful, very zen, sitting over here.
Hey, that's a good thing.
I wish that was true.
Yeah.
10 minutes ago, tell me, are you ready? And as I rubbed the sleep out of my eyes and said, oh, yeah, I'm ready.
We were thinking maybe we should call and give that little heads up.
Yesterday to remind me. But
And I reminded him yesterday.
yeah, it's been a real busy day for me. So I just been super busy since I got up this morning. Didn't actually even go to work today and wound up busier than if I had.
Yeah.
Seems like that's the way it is.
What kind of car did you fix today?
It was my daughter's. It was a 2004 Mitsubishi Eclipse. And check this out. Man, I tell you what, YouTube videos have their place.
Yeah.
If you got a question, some knucklehead will come on there and he'll show you the procedures, how to do it. And if you follow it, good for you. If you have some brain, do a little more research. I watched this video yesterday because I needed to replace the spark plugs. I didn't know for a fact that's what I needed to do, but on diagnosis, I bought the car in 2009 on her graduation. It's a 2004. So it was only like 4.5 years old when I bought it. Since 2009, I've never given it a tune-up. She's been driving it for the past 20 years, and everything's been great until about the night before last. She comes home, Dad, my car's running really rough, really bad. So I went out and listened to it, and I figured, it needs a tune-up. So I started looking for these stupid spark plugs, right? It's a foreign car. It's a Mitsubishi, Korean, or whatever. And I know there's only four. There's only four because it's only a 4-cylinder. And I couldn't find the stupid things. And finally I found them. and they were on top of the valve cover. And I'm like, well, that's kind of a place for them. So I pulled the plug out, and the thing's like 5 inches long. So I'm like, well, that means the plug is like 5 inches down inside the fucking motor under the valve cover. So of course, I said, you know what? I'll get a little insight. I'll watch a YouTube video. Clown had the whole top of the fucking motor pulled apart. Valve cover was off, every hose removed. And I was like, man, and this is a seasoned mechanic, mind you. And he tells me, well, it only took me like 5 hours. And I'm like, better take the day off tomorrow to do this stupid shit. So I took the day off to do this, thinking this is all I had. And I rewatched the video again this morning. Well, I was like, well, if that's what I got to do, that's what I got to do. So I got my tools, and I got out there and turned on my music, and I'm like, I'm ready. I'm going to do this. And then I got to thinking about it, just that moment of hesitation where, man,
always listen to you.
There's got to be an easy way. And I'm thinking, well, after he tore the whole top of the motor down, he just basically slid the socket down into the vat or to the tube where the power spark plug was. And I'm thinking, well, if it'll fit in there after all that shit's missing, it'll fit in there before all that shit even gets taken off. So I grabbed a wrench and I stuck it in there and I pulled out a spark plug, and I'm like, well, that took about 15 seconds.
You should upload a new video and become famous.
It was so I pulled 4 spark plugs up, put 4 spark plugs in, and I had the whole.
When you went back and watched the video,
That's funny.
have an oil leak.
Yeah, okay,
And
yeah.
that's why he
To be
did
fair, he did have an oil leak on it. It was the same motor.
Oh, okay.
So he did need to replace his head gas, the gasket for the valve cover. And when I priced it yesterday, I'm like, well, fuck, money's tight. We're all doing what we can to get by. I decided I'll figure out how much it's basically going to cost me to do it. So I priced all the parts and everything, not my labor. It's about $75. I'm like, it's at least it's doable. It's at least doable. It's not a couple hundred. So this morning, after watching that video again, I was kind of a little bit fucking frustrated. I'm like, I don't feel like doing this 5 hours out there in the fucking sun doing this shit. So I called up a mechanic, and he says, oh yeah, $199. I'm thinking, well, it's more than 75, but I won't have to do it. And so then I tell him, I said, does that include the gasket for the valve cover and everything and all the seals? He goes, you don't have to take the valve cover off to get to the spark plugs. I'm like, well, the guy in the video said you did.
Did you say that?
That's exactly what I told the guy, and he just went, he was silent. And then he said, well, with the gaskets, it'll be $450. He wasn't going to say I was a dumbass. He was just going to charge me more.
Yeah.
He said that. I actually stopped and thought about it, and I looked at it, and yeah, I didn't have to do all that crap. So I didn't.
It's funny.
Well, hey, at least you figured it out before.
Well, if I had been out there ripping the valve cover off and everything before I realized it was as simple as just sticking a wrench in it and pulling it out, I probably wouldn't be doing this live tonight.
No, right?
Yeah, you'd still be putting that thing back together.
And I can wrench, and the only reason I can wrench is because I hate to pay mechanics. I swear to God, when I'm standing there and they say labor charge $65, $75 an hour, I'm the guy that wants to stand there for 59.5 minutes and making sure you're working that entire hour. If I see you wander off for 15 minutes, I'm deducting that, man. That's all.
Yeah.
So I'd rather. But I'm a mechanic out of necessity. But it's running great. It's running great. Her mom took her to work this morning, and I went and dropped her car off for her. So she's super happy. So.
Oh yeah, that's what counts.
It wound up costing only $16. So.
No, I don't think so.
Nice.
4 spark plugs at $4 a piece.
And NGKs, right?
Yeah, you got NGKs platinum.
Yeah.
And so it was super cheap, super easy to do, and like Ashley said, I should have went out there and made a little quick, because it only took me like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It took longer to drive to the parts store and get the plugs and come back and put them in. I could do a little 15-minute video and go, hey guys, don't watch other stuff.
Work smarter, not harder.
Oh, exactly. But yeah, like I said, and I was amazed. she's had the car since 2009. I've never tuned
That's
it up.
awesome.
I've never done anything for it. And then just until the other day, it started running rough.
All right.
So I figured it's due for plugs. It was.
Yeah, that's a minor fix for running for that long.
Oh yeah, yeah. And you know what? I keep telling her, I'll buy you a new car. You know, we'll figure something out. We'll get you. No, Dad. I love this car. I love this car. I was like, okay. One she picked out on graduation, and that's the one that we bought for her, and she's kept it ever since.
That's awesome.
Good. That's good. Dad saves the day.
Yeah, I love those
That'd be
moments.
cool.
'Cause I've seen like videos of kids that receive cars nowadays, and they're like
Oh,
bitching that it's not the right car. I'm like,
I know.
holy shit! Like I had to pay for mine. I'd have been ecstatic.
oh, me too. I remember when my first car was a 1966 Dodge Coronet 4-door. Big
Cop
old
car.
Oh
and
yeah.
it was
Cop
it was
car.
what I could afford because it was my money that bought it. You know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
My first car was an 85 Ford Escort. And then after that was the first one I actually bought for myself was a 77 Buick Regal.
wow.
Oh,
See, Regal
289 V6. 289 V6, the same motor that they put in the Grand National, except it didn't have the turbo in it.
Yeah, I
My
like
first car was a Subaru Loyale.
Loyal.
Ugly little thing.
What is that?
Just
I
look it
never
up. It's like a
heard of
fucking
that.
turd running
I
down
was about to say,
the
I know
road.
Subaru, but I've never Loyal.
Yeah, no, I think they said it was like only 109 out on the road when I got it.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes,
Yeah, I'm special.
right,
Man, get
in many ways.
But you know,
Yeah,
it's fun. With odd cars, I actually drove a Pacer for a while because I had a cycle and I was living in Gallup, New Mexico, and I was freezing my balls off. Every time I got on that bike, I would just freeze, almost that hypothermia getting to work every day.
Jeez.
And I traded it for an AMC Pacer, and I love that car. It had a heater. I could care less that it was a fishbowl. I didn't care what people said about me. I just didn't care. It had a heater, and so I was.
Yeah.
All right. So we're this week we're talking about companion planting.
No, we're
Talking
not.
about cars.
Yeah. So maybe let's try to slide that in there. Although it's been fun talking about that, but yeah, I'm the one who brought it up. So that's funny. Pat, you have some interesting history on companion planting to share, don't you?
He's talking to you, buddy.
Okay.
He can't hear me.
He can hear, but he can't hear.
Yes, companion planting is kind of a folk term or slang. And there is absolutely no science behind companion planting. It's all anecdotal, but we've been doing it for centuries. Now, if you really want to get in and find out some of the science relating to what we call companion planting, you can look up intercropping and also plant associations. If you Google companion planting, you're not going to really get any type of explanation. You're going to get people wanting to sell you books. There's going to be charts. There's going to be all kinds of information, but really nothing, no solid information. Where if you go with the plant associations or intercropping, you'll actually get university studies that will come up and will really give you some in-depth ideas on actual plant associations. However, we have been doing this since the dawn of time, it seems. And I guess the best example that I can come up with for companion planting is from the Native Americans. And Dave, this will probably, well, I don't know, maybe out there it's too hot, but they grew what they called the Three Sisters.
Yep.
And that was
corn,
melon, corn, beans, and squash.
You know why?
Oh, tell me.
Oh, because they complemented each other. The corn would allow the beans to climb up the stalk and grow. Also, the melons would provide shade for the soil to retain water. And so
Absolutely.
yeah. Actually, when you said we were going to do companion planting, I went and did a little research.
Oh,
David.
right on. Right on.
When you mentioned that is one of the things in Arizona with the scarcity of our water, it was actually the way they did it was sustainable. They were actually able to grow crops and sustain it in this really barren landscape, actually. So
It was successful last year. I did it.
really,
Yeah, it was great. I had the pumpkins in between though. I didn't have melons. I cannot grow melons for some reason, except on my chest. Sorry.
Oh,
Got to be there, baby.
I'm sorry. I had to. It was like wide open.
Ashley.
This is a family show.
yeah, pumpkins are great to mix in with your crop, especially if you have a lot of deer, because the deer do not like the pricklies on the pumpkin vines on
Yeah,
their
I don't
legs.
like them either.
Yeah. So yeah, if you plant pumpkins, it helps keep deter deer. But we've been doing this for a long time, and as we have grown further away from being in touch with nature and the soil, again, we've lost a lot of this knowledge. But our ancestors grew up or evolved along with our farming techniques, and they started noticing that when they planted certain plants together, they could either benefit or harm other plants around them.
Right.
So through history, even though there hasn't been any major studies done on this, we can all see it happen. It's kind of like cannabis isn't medicine, and that's what they say, but we can see that's not true. And it's kind of the same thing with the companion planting or the intercropping.
Right.
Because I know that they do that a lot with flowers and stuff too, right? Like, when they're growing flowers in order to keep certain pests away.
Yes, marigolds. Marigolds are great around the garden. Put them around. They're a natural pest deterrent. They are amazing.
Marigolds, citronella, lemongrass.
well, don't
There's
they
a
also
whole-
attract pollinators?
What?
Don't they also attract the pollinators? The
They
flower.
also do attract pollinators.
Yes, and that's yes, and we need more pollinators.
We do, because I don't know if people have noticed, when you grow zucchini, I noticed it more last year than any other year. The zucchinis specifically, I love zucchini, but if it grows just a few inches and then it starts rotting, that means it wasn't pollinated. And I had so many of those last year. So you're going to want to start hand pollinating your plants if you don't have enough bees around your house, which is crazy.
Wow.
We had zucchinis. They vined out. They went everywhere. They crawled up the fence and everything. None of them, like you said, actually ever got more than 3 inches before they just started rotting.
So when you see that, just take your finger and a male flower and you'll know which one's the male one.
I'm not doing I'm all man, babe. I'm not doing that.
And make sure you can actually rip it right off and take the petals down so you have the stick of pollen and you can rub it around each female plant.
Oh, I hear what you're saying, but I'll have to get Rip to do that. So.
Well, I'm sure she would have a blast with it.
I don't know,
family
David.
show anymore. I don't do pollen sticks.
You might
Hey,
like
if you want to make some baby zucchinis, you're gonna have to get that.
Hey, zucchini fluffer.
Nah. On my knees in my covered in pollen. What are you doing? No,
Making baby zucchinis.
make babies.
But that talk about the pollinator, that's a really scary thought.
Right.
If you're having to hand pollinate plants
Outside,
because we have used so many pesticides and continue to use pesticides and herbicides that not only are we killing off beneficial insects with pesticides, with herbicides, we're killing off all the food sources, or a lot of the food sources, and the things that you use to reproduce and use for cover.
And with the herbicides, I don't know if you guys know this, people that spray herbicides on their dandelions in their yards are killing the bee population.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that, spraying, that evergreen lawn is hurting you in the long run,
We have Maha.
right?
Yeah,
Little Roundup.
Yeah, we need Miha.
What's that?
Make Earth healthy again.
Right.
Mm.
The Miha movement.
So that was something that I had read today about the bee population, and someone was there. It was a photograph of a dead bee with its tongue sticking out, and its tail end was covered in pollen, but the bee had died from eating dandelions that had been sprayed with herbicide.
Oh wow.
Really?
So yes, it may make your grass look pretty to get rid of all the pretty yellow flowers, but you're also killing the bee population.
Dandelions are so healing. Don't kill
we've
them.
have so many use pesticides or anything. If we have weeds, I go out there with a stick and pull them out by hand.
Yeah.
We just do it that way. I won't spray anything in my yard that's going to harm any animal. So, and since I think everything is harmful to an animal, although I had an ant problem this morning that I haven't been able to get rid of, so I poured drain down their hole. They did not like that.
What did you put in?
Well, if I use something to kill weeds and stuff, it's usually Dawn, salt, vinegar, and water.
Right.
And it's short term. It's going to come back, but it takes care of the problem for
And doesn't harm the wildlife or the animals. Yeah.
Well, I also was reading where that not only does it harm the plants, but it's actually degrading the soil.
Right.
Right.
Because it gets down into the soil and it actually eats the nutrients out of your soil.
Mhm.
So what you might have had as good, good natural earth becomes depleted and nothing wants to grow in.
Well, that's why today's farming relies heavily on fertilizers and nutrients. If we would lose the fertilizer industry, we wouldn't have a farming industry because very few farms, especially large farms, are organic.
Right.
It's terrible what we're doing to the soil, to the earth, and that's another positive thing with crop rotations and companion planting, because some of the plants will provide higher levels of nitrogen, like soybeans and other beans provide nitrogen and put that all back into the soil. So, along with companion planting, don't plant the same plants in the same spots each year.
Right.
Yeah,
Because
crop
you're
rotation, baby.
Absolutely. As part of, having a healthy garden, definitely crop rotations, companion planting.
Absolutely.
That's my piece.
It's your piece. Are you done?
I'm done.
He's done. He says, I'm done.
This was a short
Yeah,
life.
I agree.
Good night.
That's it. I've done my part.
Stick a fork in him. So there, yeah, and I did pull up some charts for Steve-O if he wanted to share one like now, maybe one in a little bit, that have different companion plants that go well together.
Yeah.
That's something else you have to consider also. And I know Crystal has a chart on this too. But there's also plants you should not plant together.
Absolutely. One of the charts that I have to share has plants that go well together and then plants that don't go so well with those plants. So and I mean, I can post those on the Groove Train page later if you want.
That would probably be wise.
But they're just a couple nice charts that give you a good idea of what's a plant with what. And there's quite a few different varieties that make sense once you actually see the charts. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, this one's a real one. It's got some plant buddies and the plant bullies.
Right.
I can't see
I
the
can't
chart.
see it either. I can pull it up on my phone here.
Yeah. This chart is going to be a little tough to see since it's so small.
I made one a while ago. I can send you guys, but
Here's
it's not quite
putting
chart
it up
like.
putting it up on the page would work. Everybody could look at it.
Right, and zoom in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be the best thing to do with this.
This is the one that he had up on the screen.
Okay. One of the things, because I know everybody likes growing tomatoes,
Mm-hmm.
and that is a favorite. I think everybody grows, and I think a lot of people grow cilantro. So plant cilantro in between your tomato plants. And I mean, they go well together. If you're making salsa, you'd have your cilantro right there. And your
Cilantro kind of spreads, and it's also a good pest repellent.
So that's why I said plant it next to your tomato
Yeah,
plants.
next to your tomato plants. Absolutely.
I'm not sure
Yeah.
if you're supposed to plant it together because
Well,
they
that's
steal
what
the
we're doing
nutrients
that-
from each other.
We're doing the pizza garden, and we're doing a salsa garden. And by planting it in between, they may steal some nutrients from each other, but like I said, there's other benefits. It's I think that may be on this list. It actually says to plant basil. Basil and chives and oregano go really well with tomatoes.
Okay.
Basil too.
So
Okay.
basil, chives, and oregano go great with tomatoes.
Sounds like pizza sauce to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yummy.
Right? So yeah, that is, that's your pizza garden right there. So they grow well together, and a lot of the herbs are great for repelling pests, and that's why you want to check. And in like some of those charts, the one chart I sent that I will post later, it does tell you which plants are great for repelling pests. So it gives you a little bit of an idea of what to plant with what, and also what pests that it deters. So I don't know if that may help,
Yeah.
It's perfect, Mo.
How many of you guys all garden? Do you guys have a lot of problems with grasshoppers?
No,
Mm-mm.
not in my house.
That is the
I had a few last year. Not a lot though.
major thing around here. You'll go out and they will strip a plant. They will eat
Oh wow.
top of them completely, and they're tough to get rid of. They really are. It's
Not grasshoppers. I had infestation of Japanese beetles last year, and lost 2 rose plant bushes.
It's a Japanese beetle.
yeah, we had an aphid problem, but I solved that with ladybugs. So
You had a what problem?
aphids.
Oh, you can solve that with ladybugs.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me know.
Get some ladybugs, put them down in the bottom of the stem, and they'll crawl up. By the time
Okay.
they stop, they've eaten all the aphids and then
Ugh.
fly away.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna get me some ladybugs here in the next
Oh yeah,
day.
you can order them.
You can order
You can order-
ladybugs. Yeah.
Most nurseries will carry them.
Okay, wait.
We
Okay.
have a nursery here in town, and I think it's a ripoff. But hey, man, everybody can make a buck.
Yeah.
Mountain up on Mount Lemon, and they take people up and they collect them. They collect whole buckets of them, bring them down, sell them for $10. You get 30 or 40 of them in there. They eat all the aphids. They fly back up to the mountain. Then
All I have is those stupid
then they
Asian
pick 'em
beetles,
up
the
again.
orange ones.
they go get them again, and resell
The
them.
Asian beetles are horrible. They
Yeah,
mimic
I need
ladybugs.
ladybugs. Right.
They look like ladybugs, but they do not have any beneficial, and they eat wood, and they
They're
eat
the evil
everything.
twin of the
Yeah.
ladybug.
Actually, and you know the story behind those, don't you?
Oh yeah, weren't they
Behind
brought
the-
over to eat something, but then didn't, and then they
To take care of locusts, and then
Yeah.
and
You're
then
like,
they
oh,
just
they're
took
our
over.
friends.
Right. I
More
think it was
bugs.
Purdue that did it.
Maybe.
I believe it was Purdue University that did it, brought them over, and they have just taken over the Midwest.
Yeah,
Mhm.
annoying as hell.
They've done
I
that
think
with
we
a lot
should take a minute to say hi to these amazing people coming in that we keep
Absolutely.
talking our ears off.
Hi,
Kim
Kim.
Cooper, what is up?
Hi, Kim.
Hi,
Hey, Ross.
Kim.
Says hi,
Hey,
Dan.
Ross, DC Sweet,
Namaste, my friends.
Ross, David Resume,
Rastafari. That's what he says. I like it.
nobody. Hello, hello.
Cassandra. Nobody. Hello, nobody.
Hello,
Ross.
nobody. So, you guys, we're talking about companion planting and beneficial plants that help each other out. Beneficial, obviously, we've kind of crossed over into pest beneficial and non-beneficial.
I mean, it all ties together.
It does.
Well, it's funny. Last
It
week when
does.
you said that this week's theme was going to be companion planting, and then at the end of the show, you also mentioned that it was Naked Gardening Day. I just thought go dig a hole and put some plants in the ground together. So I did a little research, found out I was completely off on that one.
I liked your comment better. The companion planting. We plant our asses in these chairs together every night. or that's all the companion planting we do.
So, David, during your research, did anything jump out and really surprise you?
The fact that Arizona used to be one of the largest agricultural states in the union until we went into a major drought, and 2020 and 2021 kind of depleted almost anything. But we still, at this point, Arizona still produces 33% of the cotton in this country. And it amazes me that there is as much agriculture down here in the Southwest that there is, especially like
Wow.
nuts. A lot of nuts grow because we have elevation differences down here in the valley, but we have a lot of mountains in Arizona. And pecans, almonds, nuts, pistachios, they all love that cooler weather and they thrive on it. And
Nice.
and so it amazes me how much agriculture we have in this state. I always assumed just the natural, the cactuses, the succulents, the things like that that are water or drought resistant, but not necessarily. And then I came across this lady and this man who they went and bought like, I think it was 500,000 acres of
Wow.
just desert. And since 1981, they've been building these rock dams. And what they're doing is redirecting the flow of water from flash flooding, runoff from the mountains. And they've actually turned that acreage into an oasis. It's a wetlands area that before was just cracked, barren, dry earth, no vegetation. And now they've got streams, trees. It's amazing. It's amazing what
Nice.
these people have done in the last, well, since 1981 when they started. And it's
Mhm.
a matter of going out there and, like I said, they just building miles and miles of rocks, just natural rocks they dig up out of the earth, and building these dams and diverting some of the water, and let it go back into the aquifer. And it's amazing. It is amazing. I didn't realize we
Yeah,
were
but
as we are because of where I live specifically. Basically, our soil
Right.
is peat or sand, so it's tough to grow anything in either one of those two. So you have to put a lot of amendments into the soil
Yeah, you make
just to
soil.
you have to make soil to grow anything here. So, and like you guys were talking last week,
Right.
a lot of the
Yeah.
soil that you buy really isn't that damn good. You mentioned Fox Farms; they are one of the best, and we
Yeah.
use that a lot to just amend our soil just so we can grow anything. Because the caliche, it'll choke it out. In the sand, it offers it no structure. Plants just can't survive in it.
Is Fox Farms like a popular brand or is it?
No, it's everywhere as far
Okay.
as
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Fox Farm is
Keep it in my mind.
everywhere.
Fox Farm's been around for a long
Yeah.
time.
A long time, yeah.
Ocean
Yeah.
Forest is the number one brand for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just gonna till up my garden and till up where the chickens were last summer,
Ocean forest.
and then bring that dirt
Yeah.
with me to the new place.
Well, isn't
That's
the
ocean forest is what is ocean forest
Yeah, big.
is the preferred soil from Fox Farm that most
Okay.
cannabis users use.
All right.
Yeah, 'cause
Cannabis growers.
it's got everything from the back guano to the fish kelp. You know,
Mhm.
it's got everything from ocean to forest. That's
Nice.
the whole
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
And it's a little hot for seedlings, but other than that, once you're outside of seedlings, they have something called Happy Frog
yeah?
that is organic, and
Yeah.
that is actually, a very good soil for seedlings. And then I would go to ocean forest after that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
I've used Happy Frog before. It's actually pretty good also.
It
You know-
is good. You can grow in Happy Frog. Yeah.
Take one time because I got 2 koi ponds in my backyard and they're filtered. So
Mhm.
I decided on my filters that I would wash them out. I would keep the water. I would let it kind of evaporate, and then all of the stuff, like fish crap, basically, would be at the bottom of the bucket. And I started using it, and I thought I was putting it into the soil. Man, you've really got to dilute that crap.
Oh yeah.
Plants up like that.
Yeah, it's
And I
very
thought,
hot.
the more you put in there, the better they'll be. No.
No.
Yeah, the trees, the 2 trees that we Riff planted from seeds, mulberry trees, and they're
Ross resume says the strawberry fields is really good soil too.
Yeah,
From
that's
Fox Farm.
that's organic as
Okay.
well. Yeah. Happy Frog is great.
hello, Sheena.
Yeah, I have a big ocean forest banner
Yeah.
that I should put up.
Noise.
I can put that outside.
Right. I've done that before. I've used ocean forest on the bottom and Happy Frog on the top on my autos because I'm not going to transplant. So that's why I'll start them off that way. But now I'm starting to use something called biochar for my plants as well. So that's going to be good.
All natural.
Give it a try. I've never used it before, but I've seen many grows that are good. And it's good for any type of vegetation whatsoever, whether it be your carrots, your corn, all the way through to your cannabis plants. Not everything is just cannabis that we grow here.
The Florida gas station.
Right.
And, Perlite.
Right.
Well, I guess
Absolutely.
I guess Happy Frog and the other one, I think pricey, depending on where you get them. Said if you want to save $1, go to Depot. They have a brand called Kellogg,
That's our segment.
and it's actually more inexpensive, but it's as good as either one of those 2 soils.
Mhm.
All organic. She adds worm castings to it,
It'll
a couple other things. But if
clear up.
you want to save a couple bucks, you can always do that. So
It's
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
I grew all kinds of plants.
Well, it looks like we've come to the part of our show where we have our intermission with our music tonight. Matt, why don't you go ahead and introduce our intermission song tonight? Oh,
Or not.
we'll let them come back. Their signal's getting low. But tonight we have a song called "No Stopping the Haze," and it's from Raj Wax and Big Chief. So
Choo choo.
enjoy, everybody. Choo choo. Be back in about 3.5 minutes. Enjoy.
I smoke when I want no pain. I blaze when I'm tired and drained. Nobody can stop this haze. Louis takes my fears away. much of this shit can I take? Running for miles, stuck in my head for days. Feel like I'm trapped, there ain't no stopping the haze. There ain't no stopping the haze. Stay smoking. There ain't no stopping the haze. Ain't no stopping. There ain't no stopping the haze. Stay smoking. There ain't no stopping the haze. Ain't no stopping. There ain't no stopping the haze.
Podcast.com. 25 blunts on my dresser, yes sir. You know, bitch, ain't smoke nothing but that pressure. THC in my cup, now what's the question? What's the question? Hey, if it ain't about no money, there's no answer. Keep the trap jumping. JoJo dancer, about to break a bitch off. No romance, son. High as fuck on these 10 toes, I be standing. Cocky, demanding, go calculating and spending shit. Getting money, blowing, draw, and we're finna bitch. But what you call it? I'm a boss, yeah, you see the sauce. Now don't get caught in the drip and just slip and fall. 420 and wax, yeah, you know it blaze. We getting high as fuck, stacking up these chips like Lay's. Turn my hurt into hustle for the pain I blaze. Hey.
I smoke when I want no pain. I blaze when I'm tired and drained. Nobody can stop this haze. The weed takes my fears away. And I swear that I won't change. Watch the time pass while I just smoke my J. Hiding from life, keep my eyes covered with shades. Stay in the house, I swear I won't leave you for days. There ain't no stopping the
We're back.
Yeah, and we're back. Let's get Mama Rochi and Master Rochi back. All right.
You guys, that was Raj Wax, also known as Kid Trip. He is a local Ohio artist. Please go give him a like and a follow. He is amazing.
What's the name of the song?
The name of that song is Stop the Haze.
No Stopping the Haze.
No Stopping the Haze.
Featuring Big Chief.
Good
Right
song.
on. Yeah, love Raj Wax. Love all of our friends from Ohio.
Yes, we
Ohio is going to be popping this year.
Oh, did you see the news today that Pennsylvania House passed the Patients for Cannabis Over the Age of 21 Act? So they legalized recreational for over 21. Passed in Pennsylvania today.
Nice.
Right on. Right on. I heard.
Pennsylvania, you say, right?
Yeah, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I hear some stuff's getting ready to possibly go off in Kentucky too.
Oh, that would be amazing because that's one of our biggest Bible Belt states right there.
All right.
Yep. And then Indiana will be completely
surrounded.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised that tax money hasn't opened their eyes up to.
Oh, they got Eli Lilly money. They don't need.
No,
Right.
the state is in the black. We don't have a cash flow problem, so they don't care.
Yeah.
If we needed the tax money, you better believe they would have passed something, 5 years ago. But they don't need the tax money and they don't care.
Our state has a surplus every year. Yeah.
Yes, yes, JC. It's called "No Stopping the Haze." That's the name of the song by Raj Wax. Yeah, it's nice having Ross David Riom in the house tonight.
Oh yeah, what's up?
What's up, brother?
Oh,
We got Ross in the house. We got JC Virginia Beach. We also have Sheena in the house tonight. That's
Hello,
all.
hello.
Yeah. We got. Let's see who else we got. Yeah, Sheena. We
Keisha
got
was in there. I saw Keisha.
Hey, Ronnie,
DC.
hi.
Hello,
Yeah.
if you're still around.
Did you see Keisha? I didn't see her.
That's what I thought she said.
And I see Ronnie Heim.
Ronnie, hi. I see you. What's going on, Ronnie? It's wonderful to have you guys here.
Hola.
Hell yeah! So companion planting. I tell you, I didn't know much about it, but you guys have already taught me so much tonight that I'm thinking about what I'm going to do with an outside garden this
All
year.
right. So
Yeah,
exciting.
yeah. Because I'd
Well,
like
we
to
are gonna
go ahead.
we're gonna really get started on our salsa garden on Sunday, I think.
Okay. In a spot
No,
that you usually do one.
oh, I've been working up the dirt. It's almost ready. Another couple days of me getting out there and working it, it'll be ready for planting.
It's better than tilling, that's for sure.
Right.
Yeah,
He's killing by hand.
yeah, no tiller. Everything I do is by hand.
Yeah.
You got a lot of grass. Don't you worry about that creeping
Hook up
over.
a little mini tiller to that little doggy.
No, she won't dirty her claws.
He was tilling the soil
Marry her
today.
favorite toys, and then she will.
He was tilling the soil today, and she went over and peed, and he looked at her and he said, "Are you going to cover that up?" She's not a cat.
Actually, I found my good hoe today, and I was out hoeing it.
I'm just
I do
this
that
hoe.
sometimes.
She's got a good hoe.
Yeah, my good hoe's out in the potting shed.
Oh. Oh, now we have Dominic DeJong. Hi, Dominic.
No, Dominic.
Dominic, what's up?
What's up, Dominic? How you doing, buddy?
But, you know,
I'm good.
Oh, I was just saying, you know, as we've been talking, are we starting to see how many threads of, they call it the web of life, and how one thing can cause, reactions down the line. Like, we're talking about, the pesticides and herbicides killing the pollinators. And now, Ashley and David were talking about,
About sexting and
about
making their plants pollinate each other.
about the zucchini plants, growing but not bearing any fruit because they're not getting pollinated.
Right.
So, we've just really got to start reevaluating, how important is a golf course lawn, or how important is it to not, have certain insects. But yeah, we've
Like
just got to, we may have to live with stuff that we don't like and makes us uncomfortable to be healthy, to survive.
Yeah.
Right.
If you have a mosquito problem, build a bat box and put it up.
Right.
Don't spray your lawn and stuff. But,
Have
get
a
a
bat
bat
box.
box.
And
Chickens,
also,
get chickens.
Another good thing is we have not only a bat box, but we have a bee box and a butterfly box on our garage.
Yeah, there's
And,
tall wildflowers you can plant for, obviously, in patches or along the edges of your lawn. Make it your wildflower fencing.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I've been landscaping over the years, I am getting blooms that start very early in the spring and will continue all summer. So the pollinators can feed from the time they emerge through their whole life cycle.
Right.
So tell me about these bat boxes.
I
Because-
just put one up like 2 years ago, and I'm still waiting on some bats to help rehome themselves in it.
Ross is saying that it holds 50 bats. I mean, how big is this thing?
They
Oh,
bundle up
they're
really
only about
tight.
this
Yeah,
big.
they're not very big.
Yeah.
And so you want to get one with a brooding chamber also, so that encourages the mothers and the young ones.
Mhm.
So
So
and also placement.
Well, I don't have a bat box, but what we do is we encourage hummingbirds. We have a lot of feeders, and hummingbirds are they will eat mosquitoes.
Really?
Yeah, they're
Right
good.
on.
Chase them down and eat them. They drink
That's
all of
funny.
them, but they actually eat mosquitoes, and they're very good at it. So we encourage a lot of hummingbirds around here.
Also, opossums or possums. Do not kill possums. They are
Yeah.
our best friends. They eat ticks, they eat bugs, and they
Like
are
thousands
harmless.
of ticks.
Yes,
Yeah.
Like probably more
Alright.
than that. That's like their main diet.
yes.
Somebody,
Especially if you have Burberry in your yard, they attract ticks. The Burberry bush. So hopefully, if you have one of those, you have some possums close by.
Right.
Possums
Or-
that live under our garage.
Yeah, chickens are a great natural pest eater.
See, more benefits of chicken.
I don't want
Yeah.
chickens.
Chickens want you.
I don't want chickens.
Why don't you want chickens?
I don't.
It's a lot
Okay.
of work.
It is.
I had ducks.
Oh, ducks are way messier.
No, I loved my ducks.
Ugh,
But
they're so stinky.
the
and
way
messy
we
and
travel, it was one more
Oh,
animal
that
to
makes
take care of and make sure
Right.
was taken care of while we were gone. And so when the ducks passed, because ducks only live 3 to 5 years, when the ducks finally passed and I had no more ducks, I swore I'm getting no more fowl,
That's funny.
no more birds.
Yeah, that's understandable because you guys do a lot of events and stuff.
A lot of traveling when we travel in the summer, and it's just too much to get someone to come and take care of the cats and
Right.
come and take. Lily goes with us everywhere, but to get someone to come and okay, yeah, can you come feed the cats, feed the ducks, feed the
Dog.
Right.
it's a lot.
We can leave the dog.
We're not leaving the dog.
The cats, I feel like, as long as they have a clean litter box and you could just get
No.
a giant pan of food, get one of those
Ross, I don't want
water
guinea fowl.
that like naturally waters them. I bet they could last.
Right.
A while.
I don't want guinea fowl.
Mm.
No more birds. I'm done with. I was kind of attached to our ducks. They weren't like
They're so soft.
I don't know.
So
They're
damn soft.
aren't
Very
they
soft as
sweet?
chickens.
I had
Like we had one that you could pick up and carry around,
Yeah.
and he would
We
hang
had
out with us on the
Jaguars.
patio.
We did the struggle snuggle with ours.
Oh no, the very last one that passed away last summer? It was last summer. Passed away or last spring. Passed away last spring, and he would fight me like when I'd go to put him away at night and try to get past me and get out of his pen. And boy, he fought me to the end. And you could see me, I'm blind, little old lady out there catching a bird midair as he's trying to jump over my head. And I just decided I loved my ducks, but they weren't actually my ducks. They were my daughters. And I just don't want any more birds.
Yeah.
I have plenty that we feed out in the yard. I
I had to
don't need
rescue
any
one of
more.
my chickens from a fucking hawk that tried to get it. I was like running out there and it like had just fallen from being caught by it. It reminded me of
We had
that.
a fox. We had a fox come in
Oh,
and get one of the
man.
ducks.
We have a
And
few
yeah.
raccoons that got ours.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
cat got my chicken.
Mm.
So no more.
Yeah. Poor David.
I was so
Chickens
sad.
are very fragile.
You know what? And it was such a cute chicken. I was hand feeding it.
It is so sad. I
The,
always hated losing mine.
I
Yeah, yep.
feed it mealworms and shit. He would follow me around and sit on my
That's funny.
shoulder. I got super attached to it. And like you, I'm running through the yard, leaping
Yeah.
over, trying to catch this stupid cat.
So sad.
The dog
You
was already
cat.
dead, heart attack. It just broke me. I was like, man,
Oh man, yeah.
just gonna do it.
Good luck trying to
So
catch
yeah,
a cat.
I decided no more birds.
Yeah.
But when
Birds are
I was real little, I had two older female cousins, and they used to think it was a hoot to tell me, go over there and go into the chicken coop. And they had like 50, 60 chickens, and then they would scare them. Hey man, I was terrified of chickens when I was little. And
You're right. Well, yeah, that's enough.
Mhm.
I mean, that's something out of a Hitchcock movie.
My
yeah.
cousins in Mesa used to fight chickens.
When I grew up, they had cockfights over where I lived in Guam. Yeah, they had cockfights every weekend. And there were
Jeez.
fights where they would actually tape blades to their feet, and it was a fight to the death with those things.
Oh my
And it
God.
was big
Yeah, my
money.
cousins in Mesa, Arizona did that.
Yeah,
Of course
well,
they did.
when I heard about that
That's
one,
terrible.
they shut that one down.
Mhm.
But these Mexicans
Blades?
still do it pretty much all the time. There's still illegal cockfights.
Yeah, that's sick stuff.
I think that's illegal now. I know
it's
they,
always been
Sure it is.
illegal.
they still fight
Animal
chickens, but they're
cruelty.
not allowed to put spurs on their feet anymore.
I mean,
Their
I put that
natural
right up with
spurs do
dog
enough
fighting.
damage. Damn.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
I
they're
mean,
not
it's just the same as dog fighting.
yeah.
the same. You have
Right.
to do it. It's not a natural habit for them to fight like that. So
No.
Mhm.
which just means you're abusing it to the point where it wants to go fight, and that's not right.
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 No.
No, I think we should take care of our animals, but chickens are beneficial, guinea fowl are beneficial, ducks are they all have their benefits, Just
What?
like
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
I was
No,
gonna ask,
go ahead.
said that she had chicken poop in her dirt that she was going to take with her. Is chicken poop in the dirt, is it good, or is there too much acid in it?
Usually, well, if it's mixed in with wood chips, you're good to use it. But if it's just straight chicken poop, it's gonna probably do a nutrient burn.
Right. That's what I thought we said.
Yeah.
So
I think a lot of people use straw in their chicken beds, and they
Yeah,
take
it's
the
just,
straw and use
the
it.
pine chips. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been
Well,
hearing a
yeah.
lot of things about sand though lately, because then you can just clean it and scoop it out like kitty litter.
That and you should have dust baths available for your
Right.
chickens. And
Definitely.
yeah.
Like when they're staying in their coop and they're run 100% of the time, the grass obviously goes away pretty damn quick. And then when it rains, it's muddy. So you got to keep it clean too, because, or at least give them the freedom to run around to have those dust baths. Otherwise, you're going to have problems with bugs. Like I'm like, of course, in some
Right.
chicken groups, they're always posting about bugs and shit. And I'm like, you would not have this problem if you could take care of your chickens.
And that's like my biggest fear with chickens is the girls when they were young grew up, their dad had like 30 chickens in their backyard, and every time my girls would come to my house they'd have head lice, and it was
Oh.
from the chicken.
yeah,
That's terrible.
I picked up
Chickens
a
are the
picture,
yeah chickens are
and stuff were on that.
yeah
Yeah, that's them not properly cleaning the coops and shit, though. I've
Properly
never had
cleaning
my
the coops
chickens.
or
I've had
having
them for
dust
like
baths.
3 or more years. Well, not anymore, obviously, but when I did, they never had any bugs of any sorts. Neither did the coops because we knew how to clean them.
There you go.
right, but that's like my biggest fear of having those kind of animals, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because if you don't have a dust bath and stuff for your chickens, you actually have to bathe them in a peroxide solution, and yeah,
I can't
I'm
imagine
just
give a chicken a
Yeah,
bath.
that's
I'm just not all about.
That's way
Oh
too
no,
much
it's pretty
work.
cool. It's
No.
pretty cool. I've seen videos. They just take them and they just dunk them.
God damn.
That's
I baptized thee in the name of the Father.
right. I've seen videos. I'm like, oh, that looks like fun, but yeah, no, I'm not all about the chicken bathing.
You're not?
I mean, that's what we do when we process chickens. We dunk them in some hot water to get the feathers out.
Right.
God, I hate fucking chicken.
Oh, dogs can get earwax
Anyway.
with chickens too. Yeah, that's crazy. People need to stop being so dirty with chickens. That's nasty.
Right? I have a hard enough time with 5 cats that spend all their time, or 4 cats, 3 of them spend all their time outside, and the dog with the flea issue. I don't need any more problems.
Right.
No, don't need
I
that.
don't have a problem with the flea issue. It's just an expensive thing to
Oh yeah.
prevent. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It is.
So
That's
yeah, I
right.
don't need any more. I don't need any more animals. I'm content with what I've got.
What do you even feed ducks? Do you have to give them like duck food, or do you feed them scraps?
I
or what
use
do you?
scratch chicken
Both.
feed. Scratch chicken feed for the
Chicken
duck.
scratch. Yeah, it's like a mixture of different seeds and corn and all that good stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Good to know.
That's what I used
Mealworm.
to feed my duck.
My
And
I,
mealworms
so I
are
had,
a treat.
yeah, so I had live mealworms because we had geckos too at the time, and I'd go to the pet store and get like a big old thing of mealworms for them, along with crickets and shit. Chickens were so happy.
It's funny. I bought the little chicken I had. I went and bought mealworms, and they were this tiniest little. You had to dig
Yeah.
a hole in. And I went up by the side of my house, and for Halloween the previous year, I had a couple bales of hay that we had used that had just sat there and basically rotted. And I was picking them up, and I was finding these mealworms that were like an inch and a half long. And so what I would do is I'd tell that chicken to follow me, and he would go over there, and I'd kick the hay and break them, and he would just peck them out one by one.
That's funny.
He loved them, and
Yeah.
and
They'd always follow me around if I'm digging in the yard, the fresh
Yeah.
dirt.
yeah.
I'm like, God, leave me alone so I can at least finish this hole first.
Well, that was the biggest problem we had with the ducks. We planted like a whole row of sunflower seeds and a whole bunch of other flowers, and the ducks would go behind us and eat all of our seeds.
Oh, that's not right.
God, yeah, I had to fence my garden because of them assholes. They ate my whole pumpkin. They ate everything. So did the chickens that year. I'm like, well, shit. A whole
Yeah.
pumpkin. You thought it was a whole pumpkin. You'd go on the other side and it's completely hollowed out from them eating it. It was crazy.
You get a pumpkin facade.
Yeah. They carved it for me.
Just put a candle in it, you'll be good.
Right. Hey, what's up, Nessa?
You know what, you guys?
Yeah, it's got that.
Do you know what
What?
time it is?
I don't.
Steve-O, what time is it?
It's lunchtime.
I'm guessing that it's time for a little segment that we call Stoned or Stupid here, David. Have you been around?
Oh yeah, I played it. I've been it.
You've been both.
Me too.
Are you ready
All
for
right.
Stoned or Stupid?
Yeah, we're ready.
Sure.
We're ready.
Sure.
Here we go, everybody. Enjoy. All right. This crook cannon even pull off. Can he even pull off a worthwhile theft? Well, you be the judge. A low-level drug dealer stole an 800-pound cannon that was used in the Spanish-American War from a Kansas park last week to settle a debt with his deranged boss, who was also threatening to murder him and his family, authorities said. Gordon Pierce, 38, was arrested Thursday after the 1794 cannon went missing from its podium in Wichita Park and was later discovered chopped into pieces.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah. Pierce told investigators that he was a meth user of 20 years and owed his dealer $20,000 after the pound of meth he was supposed to sell was reportedly stolen.
Oh shit.
So he said his dealer threatened to shoot him and his family if he didn't come up with the cash, according to an affidavit acquired by the station. To repay the debt, the distressed drug user planned to sell copper from statues made of the material he could steal, he reportedly told cops. Pierce allegedly hatched the crackpot plan to steal the cannon after driving around in desperation looking for copper statues when he came across Riverside Park, where the massive artifact had been a fixture since 1900.
Oh wow,
He told investigators
that's an idea.
Yeah, right. He told investigators that the reason he targeted the cannon was because it was in a dark place, according to the affidavit. Pierce then recruited a homeless man to help him with his plan by bribing him with drugs and a pipe. The two men got high on meth before trying to use their own muscles to lift the 800-pound cannon, the document says. First, the pair tried to lift the cannon into the bed of his Chevy Tahoe. But it was too heavy. Next, they hooked up to a chain. They hooked a chain up to it and attached it to his truck hitch so the criminal mastermind could tow it off. Except when he began dragging it through the streets, the chain snapped in front of an automotive shop. He abandoned the cannon there and fled to a friend's house and got a new chain.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, this guy, he's not persistent. So Pierce used the new chain to drag it to his friend's house, where he hid it in his garage, according to the affidavit. Inside the garage, Pierce allegedly chopped the cannon into 5 hunks and took some of the parts to the drug dealer in hopes he could settle his debt and save his family's lives. But the drug dealer was irate, according to the records, and called Pierce stupid and told him he was going to bring heat to his house before yelling at him to get out. Since he didn't have an ID that is required to sell scrap metal, Pierce had no real plan for pawning the 800-pound historical artifact, according to records. The next time he saw him, the furious drug dealer allegedly told Pierce he was going to shoot him in the head, according to the court records. Terrified, Pierce went to his mama, confessed, and fell asleep. Then when he woke up, the cops were there to arrest him. Mama said, "We're not playing this. You're going to jail." Terrified, Pierce went to his mother. So that figures. The investigation shows our dedication to holding individuals responsible when they victimize our community, police said in a statement. Officials from Wichita Parks and Recreation estimated the cannon is worth more than $100,000. And that Pierce,
He should have been happy with that.
And he cost $10,000 worth of damage to the granite pedestal during his hair.
Now he owes even more.
Yeah. Well, right now he's being held on $200,000 bond.
Oh my.
Jeez.
So, what say you? Are we stoned or are we stupid?
Yes.
I mean, he said it in the story. Stupid. I feel like stoned was in there too, though.
Yeah, I'd say his meth dealer had it right. He's an idiot.
You know, right when you mentioned the fact that he went and got a homeless guy to help him lift it.
Right.
Yeah. A lot of them are pretty thin. They're not going to
No, yeah.
a lot of help.
And then that Tahoe with 800 pounds in the back of it.
Yeah,
that thing
that's
couldn't go
crazy.
nowhere.
And he wondered why he wasn't advancing. And he was only a low-level drug dealer. Come on, a genius like that should have been running the organization.
I mean, if you're going to steal a cannon because somebody's going to shoot you, roll that bitch up to his front door and go, "Take a shot. I'm shooting back."
You're right. Well, I guess that, this could have all, if he would have done what he did at the end and just went to the cops and said, "This guy's going to shoot me in the head if I don't pay him the drug money, and this is the drug lord, and here's his name and address,"
He wouldn't have had any problem.
yeah, he wouldn't have had any problem.
No,
You know what he shouldn't have done was the drugs.
Right. First place.
But hell, after a 25-year meth habit, I mean, what, Don't know how many cylinders or synapses are still firing up there.
Very funny. Yeah. Everything in that story was ill-conceived. Everything.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
bet it played out really good in his head, though.
It probably did.
Yeah.
I mean, he was able to sell it to
I
the
mean,
whole.
this guy's an idiot on multiple levels, with or without drugs.
Yeah, I'd say most of these stories we come up with are stupid stories. We don't see too many where the guy was just straight up high making these mistakes. I mean, they're literally there. You get. I mean, man, I didn't know meth went for $20,000 a pound. Holy shit! Even
Yeah, that was
mushroom.
crazy.
Oh, yeah,
Even
all right.
Hey, have we heard any updates on Shaggy in Michigan?
Right.
Actually, I haven't. I should try and look him up.
We're gonna have to
I would
research
like
that.
to, yes, because that's a stoned or stupid definite follow-up.
Right.
Because I respect the hell out of him.
Shaggy from
I think Shaggy's still I don't know, maybe Fred and Velma went
Fred
camping.
Williams. Oh my God, him out.
Yeah,
I imagine the cops are just saying, just get him the hell out of here. For God's sake, just let him go.
Well, I'm disappointed. It sounds like it was fake.
yeah.
Son of a beehive.
Oh, it was good though.
I know, right? It says it was based off of a different event, I guess.
Well,
Lame.
it's a cool story, fact or
Yeah.
fiction.
Yeah, made us all giggle.
Yeah, 2
Right.
thumbs up.
That's what counts.
Yeah, right. Well, that was a good one this week. So if
Oh,
you
yeah.
have any stories that you think would be good for Stoned or Stupid and you'd like to submit them to be on the show, all you got to do is send it to one of us and we will be sure to check it out. And if worthy, we will get it on the show as well. And then you can also decide whether it's stoned or stupid, everybody.
Whoop, whoop. I mean, choo choo.
Choo choo.
Ka-choo, choo.
Well, looks like we're winding down.
Ka-choo.
Yes.
But before we do,
Chuba.
but before we do wind down, let's talk to David a little bit more and find out a little bit of what you've been up to and what you got going on and where everybody can find you if they would like.
Oh, right here in my fucking chair. No. I'm on Facebook, like I said. We don't go live, but you can always find Riff and me at Riff Sweetleaf on Facebook. That group's still around. We still do things. Riff still making edibles, still does the candy, the suckers, and the brownies and the fudge and everything. So those are always.
Which are amazing.
They are amazing.
She does a real good job on them, and she still does that. And we've kind of gotten away from going live and doing Facebook just because of a lot of the people that are out there. And I like doing this because these are good people.
Thank you.
The people that come in here, and especially the people, the hosts, they're just genuine people, and that's the only people that can. So we've kind of limited our time on Facebook, but I'm always available. I'm always there. If somebody has a problem and I can do something for you, please always ask me. If you need a shoulder to cry on, if you just want to chit chat, I'm always around. I do like to spread the love. I preach every day, be decent, just be decent to one another. And I try to be that. So that's pretty much what I've been doing, Steve. I work every fucking day, and I come home and just try to spread some love, man.
Yeah, right. I love it.
Mucho amor.
How about
That's
you,
much less.
Smashley? What you got? Any irons in the fire right now? I know that you have literally nothing going on, and you're just sitting around all the time.
Yeah, no, I it's hard. So I can be found obviously on Facebook, Ashley Huffman. Smashley's Garden is my group. Not really much going on in there though. Find me on the awesome NOK Network, IWK Sesh on Sundays at 7 p.m. Tuesdays at 10:30 with Rasta Rhino, Health and Homesteading Love.
Yeah,
And of
yeah.
course, Friday evenings on the Groove Train with these awesome, awesome people. But, you know, as far as life, I need to start planting my garden and getting the seeds in the dirt because it's probably a little too late, actually. But you know what? We're going to go for it.
Well, what about with moving and everything?
We're still waiting on the official okay to
I mean-
pack up and go. But as long as everything goes smoothly, we'll be out by the 28th of this month.
So, where are you going to be doing your planting? Why plant now?
Well, because I'm going to plant them over at the place we're moving to.
Oh, you got somewhere
Alice-
already.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, we're moving in with friends right now to obviously share the financial load for a little bit until we're able to
okay.
save up some money to get some land. Our
Well,
homestead one day.
Wow, that's great. I know
Yep.
that you will.
Oh.
I know you will.
Yeah, I'm working hard for it. We all are, that's for sure.
Well, that's good. I'm
Right.
glad that that's going well for you.
Thanks.
Master Rochi, Mama Rochi, what have you got going on lately?
Well, check out Thursday Night Vibes. I missed last week, but we'll be back. Depending on work schedule, portions may be pre-recorded, but you'll want to check this out. We are going to be doing talking about breath work. So that will be 2 episodes of breath work, and then we will be doing an introduction into meditation with a guided meditation. So those are our next 3 episodes
Of Thursday Night Vibes.
of Thursday Night Vibes. Because breath work there is so much to learn and so many different schools of thought and ways of using your breathing to do multiple things for your body. 1 episode would not cover it. So we're going to do 2, and we're going to talk about health, recovery, mental health, just, spiritual well-being. It's all tied in, and different techniques will bring about different results. So check us out on Thursday nights at 9:15 on the NOK Network.
And you can find us right here on Friday nights at 9 p.m. on the Groove Train
Absolutely.
with all of these amazing hosts.
What are you doing? What are you up to lately, Steve?
Well, I'm doing well. Everything's going pretty good for me lately. I can't complain. All my problems and all my worries that I was worried about have suddenly kind of gone away. You know, I was worried about my grandson, and now he's feeling better.
I saw that. Congrats.
This crazy leg that I was walking around on is spinning.
Yes, that's awesome.
So I'm able to do more, which my wife is definitely happy about. Did you know that you already had a list of shit before I got my leg, of where, like, literally overnight it was like, here you go.
That's funny.
This is stuff to do. And, you know, it's funny because it keeps me motivated. You know, a lot of men, they don't like this, but I prefer honeydew lists myself, because then I know that I'm doing the things that will make mama happy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it feels good crossing that shit off too.
Oh yeah,
It does feel great.
Yeah.
Completing the task feels great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, good.
But
I'm glad things are going good for you, Steve. I saw your post,
Yeah.
grandson. That made me super happy.
Right. Yes.
Thanks,
Super
man.
happy. Too
Shoot,
young
such
to have
a
them any.
relief.
And I seen your new bionic leg, and I was like, super cool.
Yeah, I got a hydraulic ankle now and everything. So
Oh yeah.
I know, this is your
Very cool.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad things are going good. I'm glad things are going good for everybody.
yeah, I'm glad that they are. And you can find me on Wednesdays on
I don't have one like that.
NOK on Wednesdays on the NOK network. You can catch me there. I do the IWK 710 Daily Session, then I do Peace News and Views with Kim Cooper immediately after, and then I'm here on Friday nights. So Wednesday and Friday is when you can see me live if you want to. And you know, I appreciate everybody being here this evening. This has been wonderful. Hello, hi, Margaret. Margaret, too.
Thanks, guys, for having me up as a guest host. I appreciate it. I enjoyed it.
Thanks for coming.
Oh yeah, always. I like it.
Yeah, it has to plug into here, the chart.
Yeah, I don't have.
Well, if you want to stick around for a minute, we can say a proper goodbye after we're done here.
Oh yeah, like last week I thought I was done and just wandered the fuck off.
Yeah.
Much love.
Yeah. So I guess that's it for this week of the Groove Train, everybody.
Peace, everybody.
You know where to find us, and we appreciate you all being here. And we'll see you next week on the Groove Train. Same time, same groove, everybody.
That's right.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Choo-choo.
Good night.
Choo-choo.
Namaste.
Oh yeah, we stepping off the groove train. Ride was fly. Ooh yeah, snapping fingers, tapping toes, we touching the sky. You tuned in, zoned in, we felt the love like a rocket ship, a rhythm taking off above. Thank you for watching us groove. You got the funk fever, can't help but move. We see you there, smiling in the zone, together in the rhythm. You ain't alone. Ow! Mic in hand, our stories alive. Podcast vibes, keeping the funkified jive. You vibing with the wordplay, got your ear tweaked. This groove train rolling never hits the peak. Oh, thank you for watching us groove. You got the funk fever, can't help but move. We see you there, smiling in the zone, together in the rhythm. You ain't alone. We sending out love through the funk text stream, dreaming big rhythms, living the dream. Your support fuels the engine, heels hitting the floor. Groove train right